はい、皆さんこんばんは。よいしょ。はい、ペナキン、マサオさん、ジャックスター、サミダリちゃん、タッコッチ、アキャン、おじぽん、いらっしゃいまし。というわけで、なんかね、ちょっとね、どこで何してたかわからないからどこで何してたかわかんないから、ちょっと、やってたんですけど、多分、これ一回何かをして、死ななきゃいけないなと思ってきた。コンバボちゃんってどういうこと？ちょっと私バボちゃんだった？バボちゃんだった私ちょっと盗っとして死ぬわ。盗っとして死なないといけないことに気がついて、嘘。違う。おじさんガレちゃん。
It's you again. Hope you're settling in, friend. Oh, and I'm in the running for magistrate. Feeling kind of nervous, but I'm hoping it'll all be worth it.
今のこのおじちゃんを政務官にしようとしているんだけど。
I just hope I'll have the votes I need. Now, what's on your mind?
いや、バイバイ。
All right. See you around.
そう、自殺した人を助けられなかった日から、またちょっと助けるがべく、もう一回人生リセットボタンを押さなければいけない。ミコ、人生リセットボタンを押すにここに書いてまいりました。これじゃないな。お金盗んだらね、私人生リセットボタンができるの。あれ、お金がないな。誰かのお金を盗めばちょっと人生リセットボタンができるので盗もうと思います。さあ、すいません、ごめんなさい。しょっぱなから人生リセットボタンここで待機しといたらガレリウスさんが勝手にやってくれるので、ほらガレリウスさんがほら今30メートルのとこまで来てくれた。でこう呪文をつぶやいてくれます。センティウスさんでした。チラ見しましょう。ごめんねセンティウスさん、ごめん。でこうやってもう一回ショピンとこう来るとまたおじちゃんがいるんで、よおじちゃん。
Salve, friend. Mind telling me who you are and what you're doing with that bow on your back?
いや忙しいんだ。
All right then. I'll get out of your way.
ごめんね。もう私今から自殺志願者と話をしに行かなきゃいけないから今忙しいんだっぺ。ハゲたおじちゃんの暇をしている場合じゃない。どこだっけ。ハゲのおじちゃんのねお遊びに付き合ってる場合じゃどうやってわかる場合じゃないんだよ。おじちゃんはでもね、先週知ったおじちゃんはどうやら巫女さんのことが好きで、巫女さんも実はおじちゃんのことが好きな。皆さんいらっしゃいっていうことに気づいてしまったんだけど、気づいたからといってどうしたらいいのかわかんないっていうね。どうしたらいいのかわかんないからとりあえず放置してる。この2人の恋バナは放置してる。待って、私思ったんだよ。ここで違う。ここでセーブしとけばいいんじゃない？ここで。そしたら何回死んでも大丈夫。エモンタマさんいらっしゃい。
Salve, friend. I'm Octavia. Welcome to life under the golden
そう、
rule.
おじさんは巫女さんが好きで、巫女さんもおじさんが好きなんで、どうやら。
All right. Well, it was lovely to meet you. I look forward to getting to know you better over the coming months. And if you ever...
I can't believe this is how it ends.
まあ待ちなよ。
No, 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 no. Orpheus, what are you doing? Get back from there. If you lose your balance, you'll fall.
ずっと失敗してんだよね。
What? Why? Why would you want that?
Why do you think I'm stuck for the rest of my life working for a man who treats me like an animal?
I know
もう
things
で
are
も
hard for
あ
you
い
right
つ
now.
専務
They're
官
hard
から
for
降
all
ろ
of
したん
us.
だよね。
We're all in this together,
もう
Orpheus.
大丈夫なんだよ。
Please just think this through. If you do this, it could be the sin that seals all of our fates. Is that what you want?
I'm sorry, but I just don't care anymore.
Please, Orpheus. Help him. If he goes through with it, it could be the end for us all. I don't know what to do. I've never had to deal with this sort of thing.
分かってんだけ
Please, you
ど、
need to talk to him.
行かなきゃじゃダメだよね。話してみる。
Thank you. And please, choose your words carefully.
センティラの望むこと
You know about that? How is that possible?
Oh?
I mean, I've never mentioned it to anyone.
話しても信じないだろう。
Well, if you say so. You don't understand.
あ、ちょっと待って、
I don't
違
want
う
to
違う違う。
hurt
セン
anyone.
ティラのこと言ったじゃん、
I just
私。
want it all to be
待っ
over.
て。私があなたの問題を解決できるかもしれない。
It's too late for that. Yulia and I made a pact. And she's already swallowed hemlock.
いやいや、飲んでないんだよ、飲んでない。違う違う違う違う、飲んでない、飲んでない、飲んでない。生き返らせたんだよ、私。彼女も助けられるんだよ。違うんだよ、本当だって。もう助けてきたんだって。
Time's up. I'm out.
バカ
Wherever you are.
違う。
Until my love.
待って、
I'm
待って、
sorry.
待って、待って、待って、待って。
Orpheus,
どうやったらお前は私の話を聞いてくれるのちょっと。
I can't believe he went through with it. Oh Lord. That poor lamb.
ど
I'll
うす
have
る
to let everyone know what happened.
じゃあなん
And I
で
guess
だ
Malleolus will have to clean up the mess
ね
in his
え
villa
自由に
of his
な
own
れ
making.
も
And I'd
う
best pray for poor Ulpius.
ユリア救ったじゃん私。いやロードするけどね。最新のセーブってこれだよね。ロードだよね。はい。なんでなんでなんであれこれでいいんだよね。
Salve, friend. I'm Octavia. Welcome to life under the golden rule.
うーん。
It's a ghastly thing, is it not? How are you faring so far?
崖っぷちに立ってる
That's
気
good,
分だよ、ほん
in a
と。
sense. If you're not on edge, you've not been paying attention. But on the bright side, once you've been here a few months, well, it's slightly less terrifying anyway. We've all been where you are now. I remember when I first learned.
もう救ったの。もうあいつ救ったじゃん、なんとかの樹脂盗んで。
Is there a way out?
救ったんだよ。
What is
救
the
ったんだ
golden
よ。
rule and who or what is responsible for it? I still don't have any of the answers, I'm afraid. I don't think anybody does. But I'm happy to share with you what I've learned.
いやだからウルピウス
All right,
と話したいんだ
well,
よ
it was lovely
私は
to
ね。
meet you. I look forward to getting to know you better over the coming months. And if you ever...
I can't believe this is how it ends.
Oh no. No. No.
もうだってユリア作ったじゃん。あれ盗んだでしょ。
From there. If you lose your balance, you'll fall.
That's the idea.
What? Why? Why would you want that?
Why do you think
そうだから
I'm
それ
stuck
を
for the rest of
そ
my
れを
life
言わないといけ
working
ないん
for
だ
a
よね。
man who treats me like an animal?
I know things are hard for you right now. They're hard for all of us. We're all in this together, Ulpius. Please just think this through. If you do this, it could be the sin that
ど
seals
うしたら
all
いい
of our fates.
虚勢張ればいいの
Is
じゃ
that
あ
what you want?
I'm sorry, but I just don't care
虚
anymore.
勢張ってみる
Please, Ulpius. Help him. if he goes through with it,
わかっ
could
た
be
わ
the
かっ
end
た
for
わ
us
かっ
all.
た。ちょっと虚勢
I
張って
don't
み
know
る
what
か。
to do.
虚勢張ったらす
I've
ぐ死
never
にそう
had
な
to
気
deal
も
with
する
this
んだけ
sort
ど
of thing.
大丈夫かな。
Please, you need to talk to him.
わかった。
Thank you. And please, choose your words carefully.
じゃあやればいい。話がしたい。
Let me guess. You're going to lecture me on how suicide is a crime against the Empire.
違うよ。いや、十分に苦しんだなら死を選ぶことも仕方ないと
You're
思う。
not going to trick me.
あれ
I'm no coward.
あれ違うの
I intend to go through with it.
いや、生き続けることに意味はあると思う。
Like what? I'm stuck slaving away for that culus
違うな、これ間違
cumulatis
え
for
た
the
な。
rest of my life. What do I have to
ど
live
うやったら友達にならないかってどういうことね。
for? You're just saying that to buy time. You must think I'm an idiot.
思ってないんだよ。違う。
Wherever you are. Scintilla, my love. I'm sorry.
Ulpius, no!
あーうん。
I can't believe he went through with it.
まあ、センティラのことをまず言うのか
Poor
な。
lamb.
センティラのこと言って、
That was not your fault. The's no way you could have given him what he wanted.
セン
Moments
ティラ
after
の
you
こと言っ
arrived,
て、センティラのことを
I'll have to let everyone know what happened. And I guess Malleolus will have to clean up the mess
セ
in
ン
his
ティラの
villa.
ことを言っ
It's of his
て
own making, after all.
まずはセンティラのこと言わなきゃいけないんだよ、絶対に。ああ、もうロード。はい。はい。なんなの？どういうことなの？どうしたら彼を救えるの？私は。センティラセンティラ、私センティラ救ってないのかな、そもそも。あの人がセンティラじゃなかったっけ？ほらほら、あの人に会いに行って、もうすぐ自殺するから止めてって言われたじゃん。止めてって言われたじゃん。止めてっつって。キャー助けて止めてっつって言われたから、ここに来たんじゃなかったっけ？違った？みこさんじゃなくて、誰だっけ？センティラでしょ？センティラは、あれ、センティラは、センティラみたいなところにいる人でしょ？センティラみたいなところ。あ、違う。センティラは、ここにいるんだよ、ここに。あれなんで寝てんのお前。あれ
What are you doing in here? Can't you see this woman is dying? She's been poisoned. She needs the resin of a plant called
あれ私、
silphium.
あれ
But
盗んだ
that
のに
Colas
なんでこうなっちゃったの？
Decius won't give it to me.
盗んだこともなくなってるの？
What? Quick, give it here.
あ、どう
Yulia,
ぞ。
Yulia, you need to swallow this. Here, let me help you.
なんだ？そういうことか。
Hopefully, in a moment, she should be able to breathe normally. That was extraordinary. How did you know she needed this exact thing? And at this exact moment? Are you some kind of oracle?
嘘
But
じゃ。
how could you know she needed this exact medicine? And how did you even get it? I guess it doesn't matter. You just saved a person's life, and you should be proud of yourself. She might even be able to thank you herself in a few moments.
はい。
And maybe she can tell us who poisoned her and who she meant when she was muttering about that snake's
そっ
cruel
か、
black
これで
eyes.
助かったから、こう
In
そ
the
う。
meantime, I'm happy to help you with whatever it is you need.
はい。ユリアのこと。
Sure. What do you want to know?
ユリアは毒を盛られたのか自分で飲んだのかどっち？
Do you really want to know? I mean, if somebody poisoned her, then surely they would have broken the golden rule, and so maybe it's best we don't discuss it.
自分が飲んだんだよね。
Oh no. Sorry, I don't mean to worry you, but no, that is definitely not normal. There was one other person who claimed she could hear the statues talking to her. But that was Nevia, and she went a little mad.
ナイビアンの話を詳しく聞
Well,
きたい。
she used to run the clinic.
これなんか
She
聞いた
was
よ
a
ね。
midwife, not a physician, but she was the closest thing we had down here. And she was good too, until she suddenly lost all interest in us. One day she told me she'd made some profound discovery about the golden statues. This changes everything, she kept saying. But I had no idea what she was talking about. The last time I saw her, the last time any of us saw her, she was muttering to the statues, like she could talk to them. And then she shut herself in the palace, barred the door from the inside, and nobody's seen her since. She's been gone so long now, we figure she's either dead or up to something so strange that she doesn't want anyone else to know about it. But I really wish I could reach her, because that's the only hope I have of solving a troubling problem, a real thorn in the paw situation. One of my patients is suffering from terrible rheumatism. His joints are inflamed, and he's in constant
言って
pain.
た気がする。話を続けて。
He's become so irritable that the smallest things set him off, and I worry he'll end up losing his temper and lashing out. And you know what that means. I just know Nevia would know how to treat him, assuming she's still alive. But nobody seems to know how to get into the palace.
私は持ったよ。
Really? That would be wonderful. Thank you. Let me know how you go.
はい。ユリアさん？
Oh, it's you. Sorry, I'm still a bit out of it. But thanks for trying to help me, I suppose. Was there something you wanted? Lucretia says I'm supposed to rest.
あな
You
たの
mean
こと
my
教え
life
て。
story? Oh, well, I grew up as part of a big family in Rome. Me and 3 older sisters. Our father found good husbands for my sisters.
ハムちゃんいらっしゃい。
Cut out for that kind of life. So he found me a job as a scribe for a prominent merchant. It was a good life for a while. Until 7 months ago when the fires came. My colleagues and I worked desperately to try to protect our warehouse. We must have had 100 workers passing buckets of water, chanting prayers to Vulcan, but they fell on deaf ears. The fire was relentless and it claimed everything. And
ハルワ
everyone,
くんいらっしゃい。
well, almost everyone. My employer told me to grab what valuables I could and flee for the Tiber with the crowds. I remember diving into the river and then... The next thing I knew, I was waking up on the riverbank not far from here.
それは大変だ。
Thank you. But to be honest, sometimes I think dying in that fire might have been a blessing. Given what's happened since.
なるほど。どう思う？
Our priestess, Equitia, once told me it's the god's way of creating a city without sin. But if that's the case, then whichever god is responsible for it didn't think it through. I mean, all it really does is make bad people better at hiding their sins, and good people too frightened to stand up for themselves. I've seen Malleolus, Claudia, and Domitius make grown men cry. Romans. They don't cry easily. They've never physically hurt anyone. but the point is, they don't have to. They've got people running scared because everyone knows Malleolus is the
あれ、
favorite
マレオラ
to
ス
win
のことも、
today's
あ、そっか。
election.
何か手伝えることは
I doubt it. I mean, the election is today, and you've only just arrived. I just don't think there's enough time for you to do anything.
それはどうかな
I suppose we will.
とりあえずもう行く
All
よ。
right. Thank you again for saving my life.
これで、一回ここでセーブするじゃろ、ここでセーブするじゃろ、だからイウリアは助けたことになったらじゃろ、誰これ、あ
May Apollo keep you safe.
あ、どうもありがとうございます。そしてこのおっさんのところのおばちゃんを、あ、タコワサさんいらっしゃい。ここのおばちゃんを助けてないのかな、もしかして。おばちゃんとの交渉を、おばちゃんとの交渉もなくなったことになっちゃったのかな。おばちゃん、あ、おばちゃんとの交渉もなくなってるわ。
I'm not supposed to be in here.
私覚えてるよ。話がしたい。
Talk. What business could you possibly have with me?
ね、なぜここに閉じ込められてるの？
My marital affairs are no concern of yours.
あ、間違えた？
Thank you very much.
あ、違う。あー、センティラの失踪について。
The dainty little thing from next door. Of course not. As much as I despise her father, I would never lay a finger on that poor sweet child.
何か隠してるように思えるけ
Well,
ど。
I've had quite enough of this.
Domitius,
Aye?
come quickly.
なんか間違え
We're
てる。
being robbed.
間違えた。ロード。はい。そう、間違えた。ユーリアと話した後で、私は
A golden bow.
あのおばちゃんのことも助けてないんだ。おばちゃんのことも助けてないことになってるから、おばちゃんのことも助ける。おばちゃんのことも助けて。
Thank you. Thank you.
違う、こいつと話してないからダメなんだ。こいつと。
Domitius doesn't usually let anyone in here without a hefty tribute, so you must have been desperate to see me. Well, what do you want?
クイーンクイッティだ、なんだか
My name is Marcus Malleolus Gurgis. You seem to have confused me with someone else.
あなたの目は片方が緑でもう一方が青い。皇帝ネロンの死刑命令書に書かれている通りだ。
You mean my heterochromia? I am guilty of nothing more than having different colored eyes. And I'm hardly the only person with the condition. Alexander the Great had it too, as it happens. I like to think it is simply the way the gods have chosen to mark a natural-born ruler. Nothing more.
クイーンクイク待ってちょっととりあえず
That's quite all right. We all make mistakes.
ちょっともう行くよ。
I trust you can see yourself out.
わかるわかる。ちょっと一回ここでセーブさせて。おばちゃんがさ、おばちゃんが助けられないと、おばちゃん。
I'm not supposed to be in here.
話したいんだよね。
Talk. What business could you possibly have with me?
女同士のとかっていうのがあったと思ったんだけど、女同士の話がしたいとか。
I think a better question is, why am I being interrogated by a stranger who just barged into my villa? I have quite enough marriage trouble already, without having to explain to my husband why I'm receiving strange women in private.
ああ、すいません。ちょっとさよなら。
Finally! This is outrageous.
どうやらまだここじゃないな。まだここじゃなかったらしいな。あれおかしいな。どうしたらいいんだ。どうしたらいいんだ。何かが足りない。何かが足りない。何かが足りないよ。どうしたらいいんだい。ちょっと待って。そういう時はこれ。リュウマチ？ナエビアム、アポロ聖堂の箱が開くはずだ。アポロ聖堂ってどこ？あそこ？とりあえずアポロ聖堂行けばいい？
Isn't the great temple majestic?
そうですね。とりあえずもう別のことし、ちょっと待って、チェスト。
May Apollo keep you safe.
ここ？あれ？どこ？アポロ聖堂。これか。治療薬。ルバーブ、リンドウ、ルーグゴリサ、リュウマチ、柳の樹皮。柳の樹皮。
A golden bow, just like Apollo and Diana's.
ルクエ。柳の。
Feeling all right?
あ、私いいです。リュウマチ。
Oh, I see. Well, what's the treatment?
柳の樹皮です。
Willowback. I should have known. It was under my nose the whole time. That's very helpful. Thank you. If this works, it should settle Rufius down some.
本当？
I have some right here. Could you do me a favor and give him some of this? He'll
はい。
just need to swallow a pinch of it. I'm hoping it will avert disaster.
はい。どうも。アイテム取る。届ける。
Thank you. I'm really glad you arrived when you did.
どうも。もう行くね。
That's a shame. Thanks again for saving Yulia's life. Apollo smiles upon you.
どこ行ったらいいの？あ、これか。言ってるの。これ乗せんのか。
Name's Rufius. Better watch your step.
お前、これ痛かったの？リュウマ
What
チ。
business is that of yours?
これあげるよ。治療法分かった。この柳の樹皮を服用するとすぐに調子が良くなるよ。
Willowbark. And this will work? Oh, thank God. Finally, some relief. This is what I've been praying for. Maybe God hasn't abandoned me after all.
いえ。
Thank you. I've been in a lot of pain lately. The rheumatism, these cursed statues always watching, and the crisis of faith. It was too much. Started messing with my head.
よかったね。
This is exactly what I needed to set it straight again. I owe you one.
もうバーチルのこと聞いていいかな。もう行くね。
See you around.
忘れられた場所。罪人。バージル脅迫するとずっとやめないんだけど、どうしたらいいの？ウルピウスにセンティラの失踪について聞く。 これでウルピウスってどこだっけ？ウルピウス、あー、また死んじゃうじゃんこれ。死んじゃうじゃんねこれね。どうしたらいいのこれ。ギリシャの名盤ジョルいなくなったって言ったんだよこいつ。ガバシュがいなくなったのか。これか。この人にこれか。
You have to do something. A man arrived in the baths. A real nasty sort with his face
これ
all
一回
covered
死んだ
up.
ら全部やり直しになっちゃうってことこれ。
You have to do something or he's gonna break the golden rule.
今すぐ取りにかかるね。
Thank you. He's still in there.
大丈夫だよ。
I have to hide. Find me in this empty
ダメ
shrine
だ、
and
精
it's
度いっ
over.
ちゃ。ダメ。そこに隠れたらダメだよ。
Why?
私信じて。
All right, fine. Come and find me in my bakery instead. Please
Okay,
be
okay, okay.
careful.
で、このあいつをやっつけて。嘘、全部やり直しってことこれ。マジで？
Stop right there. I'm looking for Tiberius Quinctius Crispus, otherwise known as Quinctius. Do you know where he is?
ここにいます。
Thank you. For your service to the Empire, I'll let you live for now, but you'd best make sure our paths don't cross again.
はい。すいません。死んでください。死んでください。そうみたいだね。順番にフラグ立てないとダメなんだなこれ。一回死んだら終わっちゃうのこれ。もしかしてこれめっちゃ難しいじゃん。じゃあこまめなセーブが大事です。バイバイ暗殺者。
Curse you, cultist.
癖の意味はいらんかったな。よいしょ。これでこれどこにいるんだこれ。お前、あ、そっか。Yeah.
Hello. Have we met before?
あ、いる方いらっしゃい。それ欲しいんだけど。
It's shiny, innit? It makes me happy just looking at it.
ください。
If I gave it to you, then I wouldn't have it anymore.
そうだよね。
I'd be sad.
そうだよね。大事なことのために必要なんだ。
It's mine, and I really like it. I want to keep it.
そうだよね。どうすればいいの？
Well, if you get me out of here, then I wouldn't need it anymore because I'd already be happy.
あ、わかった。
Then you could have it, and you'd be happy too.
わかった。センティウスは解放しないから政務官が他の誰かに変わったらね。
Like Galerius. He's nice. I like Galerius. He made me a doll and everything.
そうだね。ガレリウスね。 ガレリウスに投票するように呼びかけるね。
Yeah, Galerius will let me out. Then you can have my plaque and everyone will be happy.
そうだね。わかった。あなたのお宝について
My
話そう。
friend Hannibal used to look after me. He said he always would. But then he died. It was very sad. He said if anything ever happened to him, I had to find something very precious hidden away. He gave me this key and made me promise to keep it safe until I found the treasure. But I couldn't find it. All I remember is he said something about the cisterns. But when I went up to the high one,
あ、そうか、そうだったわ。このおっちゃん、そうだったな。
now nobody looks after me. Except my friend Galerius.
あみこさんね。
And Ek, the priestess lady. She's a nice lady.
鍵を預けてくれたら何があるのか調べてあげるよ。
Said I shouldn't give it to anyone I didn't trust. But maybe you could help me get out of here. Then I would trust you a lot.
あなたをここから出すように政務官に相談してみるね。
Galerius already tried that. He said the magistrate wouldn't listen, no matter what.
それなら新しい政務官を立てるべきかもしれないね。
Like Galerius, he's nice. I like Galerius.
やっぱここに繋がるんだ
He
ね
made me a。
どの
doll
道ね。
and everything. If you help make him magistrate, he can get me out of here, and I can give you the key to my treasure.
Okay.
Hannibal said it was in the cisterns. I can't remember what it was, just that it was way up high and very precious.
わかった。もう一個ね。
Bye bye.
バイバイ。悲しいバイバイだな、言い方が。ちょっと待って。ゲームをセーブして、この上に、はい。ゲームをセーブするね。これがドゥーリーのあれでしょ。助けてってやつね。どうすればええんですか？エクティア。これは無理でしょ。工夫して入る方法を探す。政務官にした方が早いんだよね、多分ね。政務官に、これはね、人のものを取ったり殺したりすると、ダメなゲーム。ルフィウスを説得し、バージルを脅迫するのをやめさせる。これでさ、さっき渡したからさ、バージルの説得をどうにかしてくれるんではなかろうかと。34。
Isn't the great temple majestic?
なんか上の方だな。あれ、自殺の人か。これで、これで、お前の。
You again. What is it now?
見たよ。辞退して。
Are you insane? You barge into my villa
じゃあダメだ、これ辞退じゃないよ。
outrageous demands? Why would I withdraw from an election I'm bound to win?
違う、あれ、奥さんの気にしないで、ちょっと。
You are acting very strangely.
ごめん。ちょっ ともう一個ね。
I trust you can see yourself out.
源次郎さんいらっしゃい。ちょっと奥さんの方が大事なんだよ。先に奥さんから手紙もらわなきゃ。奥さん。あれ奥さん。
Get out before I have Domitius throw you out.
あれちょっとお話ししようよ。
Why are you still here?
センティラ
The dainty little thing from next door. Of course not.
違うか。
As much as I
違う
despise
な。
her father, I would never lay
話
a
し
finger
よ
on that poor sweet child.
う。わかった。なぜ
My marital affairs are no concern of yours. Thank you very much.
あれなんかこの前さ、なんか
The
言って
dainty
くれ
little
たじゃ
thing
ん。
from next door. Of course not. As much as I despise her father, I would never lay a finger on that poor sweet child.
なんか隠してる
Well, I've had quite enough of this.
Domitius,
あ、
come quickly. We're being robbed.
あ、間違えたっぽいな。はい。ロード。もうやだこれ。どっからこれどこここ。あ、君んとこね。私何すればいいのこっから。Find me って言ってるけど。ちょっと待って。シスターン。バージルを脅迫するのをやめさせる。どうやったらバージルを脅迫するのやめてくれるのねえ。ルフィウスやめてくんないんだけど。ここで一回セーブしてこの人
You again.
はい。バージルを脅してますか
No idea what you're talking about.
手紙を見て分かったんだ。
Look, I haven't been at my best lately. I know that. It's the rheumatism.
そうですね。
It starts with constant pain in all your joints.
ああ、
And
な
the
るほどね。
pain starts to mess with your head. Makes you angry. Mean. I know that's not an excuse for how I acted.
ああ、これのせいで。なるほど。
It's the truth. But with the willow bark, I'm already starting to feel like myself again.
あ、そういうこと。
And I know I said I owe you one. So I'll leave him alone
Yatta.
from now on. It's not as if I was ever going to hurt him anyway.
ああ。
I was just lashing out.
やった。
I'm going to go and clean up the graffiti. Just forget this ever happened.
分かった。
Will you?
オッケー。分かった、問題ない。やった。マジか。やった。よかった。なんだ、リュウマチが先だったのか。よかった、よかったよ。よかったよ。もうやめてくれるって、バージル。リュウマチが先だったみたい。
Ah, a new face. Salve, and welcome to our little community. My name's impossible to pronounce for most people, so you can just call me Virgil. I hear we have you to thank for saving Julia's life. I'm glad you arrived when you did.
脅しのことは心配ない。犯人はルフィウスだ。そして彼が今後あなたを傷つけることはない。
What demon or spirit told you about that?
彼の家で書きかけのメッセージを見つけた。
You went snooping in his place? That was risky. We're lucky you didn't cross any lines. Have you spoken to him about it?
あ、 そして彼はもう二度とあなたを煩わせることはない。
Really? How did you manage that?
彼のリウマチの治療法を見つけた。リウマチのせいでイライラが収まらず、個人的な問題が悪化していたようだ。
Ah, poor fellow. I've heard that can really mess with a person's head. Well done for figuring that out.
力になれて嬉しい。落書きを消すのも彼がやるだろう。
Really? That's promising. I'll keep an eye out for him.
もう行くね。
Nice to talk to you.
やった。セーブ。はい。イェイ、クエストクリア。何があんの？ドゥリはまだだろう。ウィル・ピウスの自殺を止める方法は、どうしたらいいん？センティラ、ガレリウス、これはダメなんだね。ヘラクリスのこれはダメでしょ。エクティアに神々に助言に求めることについて聞く。エクティア。はいはいはいはいはい。なんか言ってたな、この人ね。
A new face. Ave and may Vesta watch over you. I'm Equitia. To what do I owe the pleasure of this visit?
冥界。
I beg your pardon?
リビアは正しかった。私たちがいるのは冥界だ。
Oh my. That is quite a lot to take in. You'll have to give me a moment. Let's see. If that is indeed the case, I suppose we'd better figure out what to do about it, hadn't we? We don't have much to go on, except the old stories. I remember 4 in particular about heroes in the underworld. Hercules, the demigod and son of Jupiter. Orpheus, a Thracian poet. Sisyphus, a king of Ephyra. And Aeneas, a Trojan hero. Hercules was able to leave the underworld because he cowed its god with his strength. Sisyphus and Orpheus both relied on their wits instead. They persuaded the goddess of the underworld, Proserpina, to help them escape. And finally, Aeneas was able to escape with the help of a spirit guide, who led him through a secret gate. So it seems you have 2 options. To confront the god of the underworld head-on, or find a way to escape with the help of Proserpina or some other guide.
これも聞いたからいいよね。
May Fortuna guide you.
で、どうしたらいいんだ。で、ヘラクレスの試練で4枚でウルピウスの自殺を止めるのにどうしたらいいのこれ。この人助かったでしょ。だってこの人助かったでしょ。ねえ、ユーリアさん。
Oh, it's you again. Is everything all right?
いや、
If that's your idea of a joke, it's not funny. Go away.
怒られちゃった。怒られちゃった。どうしたらいいんだろうな。このさ、このおばちゃんがさ、問題である。ここでセーブしたらいい
？You again. What is it now?
センティラの子孫ついて。
Of course not. But as I always say, if Sentius can't protect his daughter, how can we trust him to protect this city?
隠してんの?
Look, if you're trying to find her, you may wish to check the cisterns beneath this villa. Demetrius says he saw a body there some weeks back. Of course, just to be clear, I take no responsibility for what happens to you down there.
もう一個ね。
I trust you can see yourself out.
言ったけど、この屋敷のさ、地下ってどこにあるのねえ。2階しかないんだけど、ここ。どうして泣いてんの?
Why are you still here? The dainty little thing from next door? Of course not. As much as I despise her father, I would never lay a finger on that poor, sweet child.
わかった。なぜ?
My marital affairs are no concern of yours. Thank you very much.
なんか足りないんだな、まだ。
Finally! Get out before I have Demetrius throw you out.
なんか、あんた持ってないの? なんか大事なもの。なんかこの前はお話ししてくれたじゃん、女同士のなんとかだとかっつってさあ言ってくれたじゃん。なんで今回言ってくれないのね。なんか私何かまだやってないの。ここの地下に何かあるって言ってたけど、地下ってまだいるよ。ちょっと待って、だって地下になんかあるって言ったけどさ、どこの地下ってどこ？地下ねえ、地下ってどこ？地下ってどこよ？じゃん。地下。インクの粒しかないんだね。地下。ねえ、地下にあるって言ったじゃん。ねえ、地下にあるんだったら地下。農産物。農産物の入ったボトルはどうでもいいんだ。地下に行く道を教えてくれたって言うじゃん、ユリアの。ユリアより私を縛ったマレオラスとクラウディアへ、あなたたち2人を深く呪ってやる。あなたたちがこれを読むときには私はすでに死んでいるでしょう。あなたたちの下で借金に縛られた奴隷生活よりは死の方がまだ好ましいわ。あなたたちはタルタロスの地でその肝をハゲた形についばまれる永遠の罰が受けるがいいわ。あら、これかな。もしかしてこれ読んでなかったからかしら。ウルピウスから亡き恋人へ、神が君を見守っていますように。できるだけ頑張るが君がいなければ僕の人生には意味がない。エデンの園で再会できることを願っている。ウルピウスが失恋を嘆いている。これ読んだぞ。今読んだぞ。違う。今読んだよ。私読んだよ。今読んだよ。いいね。読んだよ。読んだということは、あれ？なんか暗くなった？読んだということはさ、読んだということは読んだっていうことじゃない？これでちょっとお前自殺しちゃうからなみたいなことを言ったから、おばちゃんがさ、ちょっとなんか白状してくれるんじゃないの？私読んじゃったからねみたいな。おばちゃん白状する？
Why are you still here? My marital affairs are no concern of yours. Thank you very much.
あ、そう。センティラのこと聞く。
The dainty little thing from next door? Of course not. As much as I despise her father, I would never lay a finger on that poor sweet child.
本当？隠してる？
Well, I've had quite enough of this.
Demetrius, come quickly. We're being robbed.
もうバカ！ロード。はい。これの繰り返しなのこれ。このゲームってもうほんと何？ 壺から水引かなさそうだけど、これねえ、ちょっとおっちゃん、あんた悪さしてんでしょ。
You again. What is it now?
なんでもないよ。
I trust you can see yourself out.
うん。あ、これで見たから、やだな。これでさ、もう死んじゃうよっていうのを聞いたからいけるようになるとかじゃないの。これでさ、もう私たち死んじゃうわみたいなこと書いていたから、あの人のとこ行ったらさ、いけるとかそういうことじゃないの。センティアスのこと聞いて、あなたたちの衣装見ましたよみたいな感じで、この辺でセーブして、
Salve, friend. I'm Octavia.
もういいんだ。あなたはもうどうでもいいんだけどね。
It's a ghastly thing, is it not?
いや、
How are you faring so far?
もうね、
All right,
話したいんだけどね。
it's lovely to meet you. I look forward to getting to know you better over the coming months. And if you ever...
I can't believe this is how it ends.
まあ待て。
Oh no. No. Orpheus, what are you doing? Get back from there. If you lose your balance, you'll fall.
That's the idea.
What? Why? Why would you want that?
Why do you think I'm stuck for the rest of my life
working
for a man who treats me like an
animal?
I know things are hard for you right now. They're hard for all of us. We're all in this together, Ulpius. Please just think this through. If you do this, it could be the sin that seals all of our fates. Is that what you want?
I'm sorry, but I just don't care anymore.
Please, Ulpius. Help him. If he goes through with it, it could be the end for us all. I don't know what to do. I've never had to deal with this sort of thing. Please, you need to talk to him.
頑張ってとかないよね、多分ね。頑張ってじゃないよね、多分。絶対そうだよね。話すんだよね。話さ。それがセンティアの望むことか。
You know about that? How is that possible? I mean, I've never mentioned it to anyone.
話しても信じないだろ。
Well, if you say so. You don't understand. I don't want to hurt anyone. I just want it all to be over.
違う。問題解決できるから。
for that.
違う、飲んでないから生きてんの。だから生きてるって。だから生きてる。
If I backed out now, I'd be betraying her.
いや、生きてるっていうの出てきて。ほら。ルクレリアはシルフィルムを手に入れ、ユリアを救うことができた。
Oh, really? That changes things a little. But we're still in debt bondage to that monster. Unless you happen to have 2,000 denarii to pay off both of our debts.
待って、なぜ2000デナリ必要なの？
Yulia and I are in debt bondage to Malleolus. We might as well be slaves. And that's how much it will take to buy our freedom back.
なるほど。なぜそんな借金かかってたの？待って。
Is that it? You know what?
間違えたか。
Get it. I am out. There you are. Scintilla, my love. I'm sorry.
上だったね。
I can't believe he went through with it.
でもこれでいける。
Oh Lord. That poor lad.
間違えた。どうする？
I'll have to let everyone know what happened.
まあでもいける、
And
もう
I
いける、
guess
もういける。
Malleolus
わかった、
will have
わ
to
か
clean
った
up
わ
the
かったも
mess
ん
in his villa.
わかったもん。
It's of his own making, after all.
ミス
And
タ
I'd
ー
best pray for poor Ulpius.
あ、聞かなきゃよかった。ロード。ロードします。はい。あっちゃー、もうちょっとだったのにな。またおばちゃんの長い話聞かなきゃいけないの。
I hope you're taking care of yourself.
どうもどうもどうも。
I'm
なんで
Octavia.
飛ばせないのが
Welcome to
辛
life
い
under
ね
the。golden rule.
あ、まあ、
Ghastly thing, is it
も
not?
うね、気分は最
How are
高
you。faring so far?
もう話
Alright,
させてすぐ
well,
に
it。was lovely to meet you.
うん。
I look forward to getting to know you better
あ
over the coming
そうね
months.
そうそうね。
And if you ever...
I
Okay,
can't believe
OK
this is
あ
how it ends.
大丈夫大丈夫大丈夫だから
Oh, no.
大丈夫早く
No.
早
No,
く
no,
早
no,
く
no, no.
早く早く
Ulpius, what are you doing? Get back from there.
大丈
If
夫
you
大丈
lose
夫
your balance, you'll fall.
落
That's
と
the
さないけん
idea.
もう落とさない
What? Why? Why would you want that?
Why do you think I'm stuck for
大
the
丈夫
rest of my life working for a man who treats me like an animal?
I know things are hard for you right now. They're hard for all of us. We're all in this together,
大丈夫
Ulpius.
なの大丈夫だから
Please just think this
大
through.
丈夫大丈夫大丈夫
If
おば
you
ちゃん
do
大丈夫だから
this,
そ
it
んな
could
に
be the
話さない
sin
で
that
早く
seals
話さ
all
せ
of
て
our fates. Is that what you want?
I'm sorry, but I just don't care anymore.
大丈夫
Please, Ulpius. Help him. If
大
he
丈
goes
夫
through with it, it
OK
could be the end for us all.
任せて
I don't know what to do. I've never had to deal with this sort of thing.
任せてオク
Please,
タ
you
ビ
need to talk to him.
ア分かった
Thank you. And please, choose
任
your
せ
words
て
carefully.
もう殺さないそれがセンティアの望むことかあ女だった
You
私
know about that? How is that possible? I mean, I've never mentioned it to anyone.
話も信じないだろだから女なんだって
Well,
私
if you say so, you don't understand. I don't want to hurt anyone. I just want it all to be over.
私があなたの問題を解決できるかもしれない
It's too late for that. Yulia and I made a pact, and she's already swallowed hemlock this morning. If I backed out now, I'd be betraying her. I can't do that.
残念だなルクレリアはシルフィムルタユリアを救うことができたいずれ回復するよ
Oh, really? That changes things a little. But we're still in debt bondage to that monster. Unless you happen to have 2,000 denarii to pay off both of our debts.
待てなぜ2000デナリが必要なの
Yulia and I are in debt bondage to Malleolus. We might as well be slaves. And that's how much it will take to buy our freedom back.
なるほど
So, do you have the money or not?
持ってるんだけど集められる
No.
なんで持ってるんだってダメじゃないよちょっと待って待って待って
Time's up.
え
I am out.
ちょっと待って
Wherever you are.
ちょ
Scintilla, my love.
ちょっと待って
I'm sorry.
持ってるお金あるでしょ私お金持ってああ
I can't believe he went through with it. Oh Lord.
2000デナリ持ってないの拾ったよね私ちょっと待って待っ
I'll have to
て
let everyone know what happened. And I guess
嘘
Malleolus will
だ
have to
よ
clean up the
嘘
mess in his
2000デ
villa.
ナリ拾ったじゃんいっぱいお金いっぱいもらったよね
And I'd best pray for poor Ulpius.
あれお金そんなになかった私お金を確認しよう今お金を確認しようね次お金確認しようお金アイテム1500しかないじゃん1500待ってちょっとデナリをNo, 1500デナリしかお金を持っていなかったじゃないかお金を見つけるたびに出なきゃいけないじゃないか私はお金お金が欲しいよお 金ください。2000デナリが欲しい。生き残るには我々全員が優しくなければならないと書かれているが、賢くなければならないと書き換えられ、さらに従順でなければならないに書き換えられ、最終的にはどうあればいいと書き換えられている。よくわかんないな。ここにお金あったよね。デナリウスト。これで足りるね。デナリ。ああ、もうちょっと、もうちょっと、もうちょっと。もうちょっと、もうちょっとでお金が足りる。もうちょっとでお金が足りる。お金ください。お金ください。お金が足りません。お金が足りません。松井さんいらっしゃい。お金が足りないの。お金が足りない。お金ちょうだい。金キラ金。違うね。お金ちょうだい。お金。人のじゃないお金だったら取っていいって言われてるから、お金ちょうだい。あと200。お金ください。お金を稼ぐには、ここのお金をもう取ったんだっけな。ここのお金もう取った、私。もう取ったんだっけ。そのお金じゃない。リアルのお金じゃない。ありがとう。そのお金じゃないお金。そのお金じゃないお金が欲しいの。そのお金じゃないお金。違う。あ、もう終わってるな、ここ。お金が欲しい。お金ちょうだい。お金あともうちょっとなの。お金ちょうだいよ。お金ないあと200デナリ欲しいよ。お金ちょうだい。どっちに行ったらお金ある？お金。そのお金じゃないの。お金ちょうだい。そのお金ありがとうだけど、そのお金じゃないお金が欲しいんだよね。どうやってしゃがむんだっけ？あれ？なんか怪しいよこれ。あれ？お金ない？お金ないの？ここにお金ありそう？お金？どうやってしゃがむんだっけ？違った。いつも忘れるなこれ。しゃがみがこうか。あ、これだ。あれ？これだってあれもう終わってるとこだこれ。よいしょ。お金そのお金じゃない。そのお金じゃないの。お金違いな。あ、違う。あれなんかおかしい色になってたなこれ。お金なんか色が違う。お金あれここ？あれ？お金欲しいんだけど。お金ちょうだい。あと200なんだけどな。200お金欲しい。200お金。ん？え？これもしかして。もうちょっとお金。 もうちょっとお金もうちょい欲しいな。お金ちょっともうちょっと恵んでほしい。もうちょっと恵んでお金恵んでくれ。出ちゃった。あれお金もうちょっとなんだ。もうちょっと恵んでくれ。もうちょっと恵んでくれ。誰かのお金。こっち行ってないな多分。お金ちょうだい。あ、ここは鍵かかってるとこでファンがあるとこでしょ。お金ください。お金ください。お金ください。私もヘルプ必要。お金欲しい。ヘルプください。お金くださいね。お金なんかいっぱい同じとこばかりで嫌だな。全然わかんなくなっちゃう。お金はどこだい。2000デナリー出ちゃった。どっか落ちてない。2000デナリ。違う。なんかキラキラしてるところでさ、2000デナリ。2000デナリ。ここね、キラキラしてるんだよ。ほらほら。ね。でもさ、ここさ、指さしてもさ、なんもならんのよね。何これ。ちょっとわかんない。あ、アフロいらっしゃい。あ、タコさんありがとう。ウルピウスはセンティラを愛しているが、ウルピウスがセンティラを殺したに書き換えられて。タコさんありがとう。お金、そのお金じゃないんだって。だからそのお金じゃないお金が欲しいの。スッキーはそのお金じゃないお金のそのお金じゃないお金。そのお金じゃない。お母さんどこのお母さんなの。お母さんがわかんないよ。お母さんどこのお母さんに内緒にするのそれ。
Salve, Dooley. How are you doing today?
I'm sad. Am I going to die in here?
I don't think so, my friend. It's election day today. Perhaps our new magistrate will be kinder than Sentius and let you out.
I hope so.
お金。
What happens when we die?
お金どこにある。
My mother told me.
お前お金なかった。1円しか持ってなかった。
Cross a river, and your spirit lives.
私を見つけて、私も見つけたよあなたを。ここどこ。何ここ。ここどこ。なんかいやちょっとやめて。そういう色嫌だ。ちょっとそれはお金ないですか。神様じゃないんですかあなた。神様のところにはお金があるってみんなが言ってたんですけど、ここなんか壊れてます。 L を押してしゃがむ。オイルランプ。誰かがこう通った。ここどこ。なんかお金がありそうな予感がしてきたこれ。いやでもなんかちょっと待って。なんか嫌な予感しかしなくなってきてどうしよう。ちょっと待って。ちょっと待って。ちょっと待って。怖い。ちょっと待って。ちょっと待って。ちょっと待って。そう。怖い。これどこここ怖い。こんなとこ来たっけ。お金ありそうだけどお金ない。どこここ。 めっちゃ怖いじゃんここ。こんなとこ来た？私来た？来たっけ？来たっけ？なんかいそうだけど。めっちゃ怖いな。なにここ？
Ah, a visitor.
どうも。
Welcome, welcome. May I ask your name?
はい。Tsuki です。
It's a sincere pleasure to meet you.
どうも。
Tell me, what brings you all the way down here?
ガバシュ探してるんです。
Ah, Kabash. I know this man. He came through here some weeks ago. I will tell you everything I know, but first, a request.
はい。
I've been living down here alone for many years, with nobody to talk to but myself.
はい。
The one thing I long for above all else before I die is a good philosophical argument with somebody astute.
なるほ
I'm
ど。
hoping that person is
その
you.
前に。
Let us find out with this simple question. Have you deduced the name of the god responsible for the golden rule?
プルト。
Excellent. I see you are indeed quite astute. Very few come to that realization before their time in the sun is over. Now, will you join me in a friendly Socratic dialogue?
簡単なことだ。
Wonderful. Then let me begin with a question. Would you say you know the difference between right and wrong?
複雑な問いですね。
You are an overthinker too. We're the same then. It is probably why I became a philosopher. But if you struggle with right and wrong normally, then down here with the golden rule, surely your struggle can only have become more difficult.
そうかもしれないね。
Well, that's reassuring. And the truth is, you're not alone. You see, out there in the world, being uncertain about right and wrong was acceptable, because our mistakes rarely had consequences. So we would tell lies and bend rules and turn a blind eye and rationalize, and yet still find a way to think of ourselves as good people. But under the golden rule, morality matters. The slightest wrongdoing could result in a mass execution. So to navigate this maze, we would have to be certain about the difference between right and wrong. Wouldn't you agree?
誰善悪の区別をはっきり判断で誰にとっての善悪？
That is an excellent question, and it leads directly to my next line of inquiry. So let me ask you this. Is there one system of morality which is always perfectly correct, which you could follow in every situation and always do the right thing?
いついかなる時にも完全に正しいと言えるたった一つの道徳律はあるのだろうか。いや、複数存在するんじゃないの？
How can that be? Since they all have differences, it follows that in some cases they would offer different conclusions about what is right and wrong. If there is a correct moral code, then wouldn't it follow that only one can be the correct one?
正しい道徳律が一つ存在するのならば、その道徳律のみが正しいことになるのでは？そう正しい道徳律の中身はそれぞれが属する社会の方や習慣によってと異なる。
You know, I think you'd find an ally in Herodotus, a scribe from among my people who lived some 400 years ago. He told the story of a man named Darius, whose curiosity was piqued when he learned that a certain tribe had the practice of eating their dead. He asked some Greeks who burnt their dead, "What would it take for you to eat your dead?" Aghast, they replied, "Nothing." Then he asked the tribe who ate their dead, "What would it take for you to burn your dead?" Nothing, they replied, equally aghast. From this, Herodotus concluded that custom is king, that right and wrong are merely local ideas which do not survive the journey from one tribe to another. I take it you're in agreement?
わかるよ。はい。
Then let me ask you this. If you visited a tribe where they ate each other, copulated with the dead and drank wine from cups made out of human skulls, would you still maintain that within such a tribe there is nothing wrong with such conduct?
言い切ることできない。
And that's a credit to you. It is the mark of a civilized person to change their position when presented with a superior argument.
話の要点は
My point is this. I don't think anyone alive truly knows any hard and fast rules about right and wrong.
こう生けるものの中で善と悪を明確に分ける厳格な法を知る者はいない。それは最もの言い分だ。完全にそうとは生きれないのでは？例えば殺していけないという規範は？
Surely you would agree there are circumstances where an exception may be made.
ああ、なるほど
Such
ね。
as where it is necessary for self-defense or to prevent a greater evil. For any rule, you can imagine there are countless situations in which that rule may be suspended, and those situations are impossible to codify. If there is one thing I have observed about rules, it is that virtuous people do not need them, and evil people will always find a way around them. And so we must accept our limitations, and the sad truth that no human society will ever achieve the utopia for which it strives. In mathematics, we would call it an asymptote, a line that can be approached but never reached. Because the only way to create a utopia is with the ever-present threat of force, such as the Golden Rule. This and no other is the root from which a tyrant springs when he first appears as a protector. And life under tyranny is no utopia at all.
まあそれはそうだね。まあもちろん。
I admit, I am talking a lot. Forgive me. I'm just excited to have company. In any case, thank you for humoring an old man. I would be happy to answer your questions.
あなたのこと
You
は
mean how did I end up living alone in this cave with nothing
あ
but
も
these
う
relics
話
of
長
the
くなるん
past
だっ
for
たらいいんですけど
company? It's a long story.
あーぜひ聞きた
I
いです
was
ね
a quarrelsome young man. At 19, I left Corinth for Rome to study rhetoric at one of her finest academies, so I could argue more forcefully. Back then, I used to enjoy verbally sparring with everyone I could, and I was good. One night, I found myself in a tavern in an argument with a drunken mercenary. It became heated. He drew a gladius, and I won the argument, but lost my life.
バカ
I
でしょ
woke up on the banks of the Styx at a
あーな
campfire
るほどね
opposite Karen. Of course, I tried to persuade her to let me return, but even with all my skill, I failed. I settled in, made friends, and learned what I could, quickly realizing our little community faced certain death under the Golden Rule. So I began looking for a place to hide underground. Fortunately, I found this place waiting for me. You see, I was not the first to take refuge here. I returned to my friends above, persuaded them to join me, and 12 of us descended for the last time to live out our days hidden from Hades' tyranny.
あです。それはつまりプルートのこと
They are one and the same. The Romans call him Pluto, but long before that, my people called him Hades.
なぜ名前を教えてくれないの
I fear that if you were to utter my name in the city, even by mistake, that Hades would hear you
なるほ
and
ど
know I am still alive.
ああ他のものはどこにいるの
I'm afraid I am the only one left.
There were 12 of us in the beginning. One by one, my friends passed away. Some from malnutrition, others from madness and despair. It has been lonely. Before my unexpected visit from Kabash some weeks ago, I'd not seen another person in many, many years.
ここで今までどうやって生き延びてきたのか。
Living in darkness is not without its challenges.
そうね。
The first challenge is diet. Fortunately, I found that eating fresh fish provides most of the nutrients I need. And sometimes, when there are Greek people living up above, I surface at night and salvage the offerings they've left in the temple of Demeter. The greater challenge is the isolation. So I like to imagine arguments, where I argue both sides. But, like so many things in life, arguments are better with a partner.
なぜあなたは地表に戻れない？
My generation was wiped out, turned to gold many years ago.
ああ、そういうこと。
My friends and I were able to avoid the same fate by hiding down here. I think it's safest to assume that if I was to return, Hades would realize that his furies hadn't finished the job, and he'd send them after me again.
別の話を。
As you wish.
オベリスクが取り外された目板がどこに見つかるかわかる。
You seek the plaque bearing the Egyptian inscription.
そうそう。
It is a cursed object, and I would be happy to give it to you if Kabash had not already taken it.
わかった。ではガバッシュの居場所を教えて。
I will tell you, but you may find him hostile. To prepare for your encounter, there are certain things you must know. Very few know this, but before the Romans came to this city, it was once entirely Greek. The architecture, the temples, and the people. When the Romans came, in typical fashion, they claimed it as their own, built over everything that could be built over, and renamed the things that could not. Thus, the shrine of Persephone became the shrine of Proserpina. And when they found an obelisk bearing the name Hades, they tore it off and replaced it with Pluto instead. And the city's dwindling Greek residents, witnessing this compulsive Roman conquest, decided to preserve what they could of their heritage. They gathered their art and valuables, secreted them away through the temple of Demeter, and hid them here, out of reach of the Romans.
なるほど。あ、でもガバッシュとどう関係するの？
I'm getting to that. You see, it was among these old Greek relics that I found the thing you seek. An even older plaque bearing an Egyptian inscription. We had no idea until years later, when the first of my friends began to die. As a result of their deaths, we began to dig catacombs branching off from this cavern to lay them to rest. We extended the tunnel so far that we accidentally discovered another, an even older tunnel, which somebody had gone to great lengths to keep hidden. Suddenly it made sense why there was an out-of-place Egyptian plaque among our people's possessions. You see, we proud Greeks had thought the Romans beasts for stealing and corrupting our heritage. But it turns out this game has been going on much longer than any of us imagined. I think it is best you head through the catacombs and follow Kabash's trail. There are certain things you must see for yourself. Take this key. You'll need it to open the gate.
どうも。もう行くね。
I enjoyed our chat, but please keep my presence here a secret. Yes.
わかった。おし魚。いや、お金が欲しかったんだけどな。いや、私お金が欲しかったんだけどな。ゲームをセーブしとかないとな。ろくなことにならないぞ、これ。ち っと待って。お金、ね、お金持ってないね。どっから来たの私。お金こっちから来たんだっけ。あれおっちゃん、あれおっちゃん、近墓地15メートルってなってるけど。どうやって来たんこれ私。こっちから来たこっちから来たどうやって来たどうやって来たちょっと待って。あそこに墓地がある。待って。こっちから来たんだ。
You've returned.
いやいや、あなたのために来たわけではなくて、墓地ってどうやって行くのかなと思って来たんですよ。はい。こうですかどうやって行くんですか。墓地ってどうやって行くんですか。ちょっとおじさん墓地の行き方が分からなくて困ってしまって。にゃんにゃんにゃんにゃん。こっちでいいんですか。おや上じゃないですかこれ。あれこっから来た。あれこういった気がするんだなこれ。ほらこうやって来て、あれこうやって行ってこうやって行ったよね。あれあらら、なんかここからピョインと行ったらピョインとこれ絶対怪しいよね。お金欲しい私。お金落ちてそうなとこないの。お金ください。暗い。いやちょっと待って。お金もらっていいお金矢がある。なんかあんたたち動きそうな予感。でもここにドアがある。待って、このドアとあっちどっち行く。施錠されてる。待ってこう時間もなんかあいつ動きそう。絶対動きそう。お金ないお金。怖いなんか怖い。なんでもう動くもんほら。お前なんで動くん。なんでいっぱい来るん。ちょっと待って。早い。ちょっと怖いよお前ら。マジで怖いって。怖い。じゃあ動いてるよねあいつ。もうやだ。お金欲しいのにお金ちょうだい。一人の罪は大きくの罰となろう。お金の罪はお金はくれないの。お金の罪は多くの罪となる。 絶対こっちだと思わないこれ。あれでもないよこれ。どこ行ったあいつ。エイムがあ、どこ行く？どこ行ったん？あの子たち。ねえ、あの子たち。エイムが合わん。あ、これ違うじゃん。どこ行くん？あの子たち。この下におる気がする。あー、落ちた。逃げる。あ、ちょっと待って怖いよ。あっち行けないの？ガオって言ってるよねえ。どこにいるの？この下にいるこれ。あ、ダメだなこりゃ。あ、これダメ。あー、ちょっと待って。あ、待って。ごめんなさい。ちょっと待って、ごめんなさい。目と B がわかんない。死んだ。ダメです。ちょっと待って。再開してセーブしとくね。ここでセーブしとくね。よいしょ。大丈夫そうじゃないよ。よいしょ。ここでセーブしときます。とりあえずなんか新しいとこ来れたのでよかったと思います。じゃあ次はエペックスの配信しますので、はい、エペックス。あんないっぱいいたら死んじゃうよ。落ちたダメージと一緒で死んじゃうよ。はい、次回に持ち越し、来週の金曜日にまたあるからね。まあみんなエペックス以外の意味は私はポンなんだよ。エイムがガバイとポンになるんだよ。エペックスの方はポンじゃないから、まあエペックスの方期待しといて。はい、今日は普通にこの後エペックスしますので遊びに来てください。よろしくお願いします。というわけでまた後ほど21時からね。じゃあね。それではおつきバイバイ。